audio doesn't usually work, so we're... Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the UAB Dynasty here. We're technically still in the tail end of week 5, but we are heading in to, maybe said week 5, year 5. We are heading into year 6, fresh off first season in the ACC. Again, I'm should have taken a second to get myself oriented here. Anyway, we're heading fresh off of our huge military bowl victory, and final season for Bryce Baker, our superstar our superstar quarterback, who really elevated this program, got us to where we needed to be. So happy to see him get drafted in the 7th round this most recent season. Raise this up a little bit. So happy to see him get drafted in this recent season. We are heading into 2030. We have a little bit of recruiting to do, because if we just go through, actually not the depth chart, if we go through and we look at the roster, it is needing 4 bodies. Got a lot of guys that are graduating. We actually have 2 quarterbacks, but we will get to that. Actually, probably easier to show this from the recruiting screen, because at the end of the last stream, we finished off. We finished off by kind of just taking a look at, looking at the board and being like, we need a lot of players. So we filled up with a bunch of transfers. This class is going to be heavy on the transfer portal, because if we go here, and if we look just kind of at the team needs, we can just kind of go down the line. Bryce Baker is obviously gone. Bernie Shipman, in another life, might be the starter next year. We have the currently named Dean Bolin. As soon as he gets on the squad, last stream, Alexander has renamed him Troy Barnes. So if you're not familiar with the TV show Community, Troy Barnes, was supposed to be a highly touted quarterback coming out of high school, got injured. Couldn't make his dreams come true in that version of reality. So we have a new reality here for Troy Barnes, who will be renamed as soon as he gets on the roster. Stoke and Grubbs are our only running backs, so we're going to try and bring in another 4, because last season we only had 4 total on the roster, and we had a lot of injuries very early on, and it nearly derailed the season. On the wide receiver front, we're losing, obviously, Ferguson and KO. Spain is also gone. He was drafted in the 6th round. And then we've got a bunch of freshmen, none of whom are better than Impact Dev. We do have a 5-star coming in, and we've found some speedsters to supplement the group, including Robinson, who we will get to certainly in the transfer portal. Trying to bring in 2 more tight ends. We only have 1 currently on the roster. Some tackles, not the sexiest group. And then on the defensive side of the ball, trying to bring a couple more edge rushers in. We desperately need the depth there. A couple defensive tackles. There's just a lot of roster turnover, and so we need to fill that. We need to go to the transfer portal, let Coach Wade work his survivor magic, and just get into it. Just absolutely get into it. You can see we retained a decent number of cornerbacks. Payne we actually convinced to stay. He was considering leaving, but then he decided to stay. Anthony Vildor, as you can see, our freshman, he was a 5-star, so he should be getting some significant playing time with Rayshawn Monroe graduating, a couple other corners transferring. We've got to make sure we sign the full 35. It's not going to necessarily be all 35 guys we have on the board right now, but we tried to sort it by if we look at the interstatus, like some of these guys are our freshmen that we've been after, should commit relatively soon. And then after that, it's a lot of whoever the top guys in the class are. We did find a very good quarterback, Tyrell Dukes, who could challenge Troy Barnes in theory for the job. He is a freshman transfer, so coming in as a sophomore with 90 throw power, 87 speed, the dot ability, he's pretty good. If he wasn't Troy Barnes, we're likely probably giving him the go. He's got just like slightly better stats, but he also has had an additional year to develop. We also know Troy Barnes is an elite development quarterback, 5-star. I mean, we want to get him in ASAP. Excuse me. And, I mean, that's to go along with the fact that if we get enough coach points in this offseason, we've just unlocked the talent developer tree. We had our second first-round draft pick. We're going quarterback first. We want to at least get to tier 2. We have 9 points, so 1 level up, which we usually get in the off-season training period because we still get our bonus XP for when players level up. If we can get to tier 2, that's going to be huge. If we can get to tier 3, that's going to be crazy. So that's the goal, is to try and get to tier 2 on that quarterback kind of pipeline boost. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We've set up the board, I think, fairly well. We're going to advance the week. And we're going to just kind of, we're going to not crank through, but I think we can crank through the transfer portal because I did set it up very well. Juan Roberts, there we go. Off the edge. We thought, I mean, he was a stone's throw away from committing. A lot of players have locked us out fairly immediately. That's unfortunate. We're up to a 3-star prestige, which is very good to see. So we lost out. We're going to have to replace all these guys. So maybe this is not going to be quite as quick, but we simply have to sign bodies because there are a lot of needs. So this is it might be a little slow going in the early going here. We do have a bunch of hours. We lost out on Nightmare. Good to see ya, I suppose. We tried to bring him back. He was another chat named recruit that we had in the portal previously. And he left. We said maybe we'll bring him back. So we're going to need to bring another quarterback. We don't want to have 3 on the roster. We want 4 ideally. We're in a battle with Tennessee for Tyrell Dukes. Might be tough. Might have to guess a hard sell. First, we're going to focus on filling the board, though, so I think it's probably easiest if we go 1 by 1. Let's find another quarterback that hasn't been offered to bring in. I'm not bringing in a 2-star. That's simply not happening. Any state. We're looking for guys that don't have offers because they will be the easiest to get. Again, this is pure depth. So I honestly don't care how good they are. They are being put on this board because if, the worst comes to worst, we need someone that is not the punter to step in. Benjamin Ware, you get a scholarship. We will be putting no effort into recruiting you. Dukes, I mean, look, we don't know very much other than that he likes championship contender. I don't know. Do we pull out on Tyrell Dukes? Hard to say. In the running back room, we lose out on Orlando Sims immediately. Again, running back, we need the depth. And if Oregon is in on Lampkin, and that's how far back we are with a no-tier pipeline, I think we got to bail on Lampkin too. I don't think it's happening. I don't think we're beating Oregon for Matt Lampkin. Program's getting better. It looks a lot more promising on Viliami or Amy. Again, a guy from UAB who has transferred out. I think we can catch Fresno State. I really do think it's possible. We have to keep it on the 50 for now. Kirksey, we know he likes playing style. I wish we were getting some more info on these recruits. Auburn scares me a little bit. But we need to fill the board with a couple more running backs. Simply need to. I know. Not the sexiest part of the off season, but we simply need to get some of these guys in, and I can't afford to really scout them. Georgia scares me when I see them because they can just offer a 3-star like that and get them. But we're gonna offer Ezekiel Ebukum, and we're gonna offer Spencer Potts, both scholarships. Ramey and Kirksey, I'm tempted to just leave 50 on Kirksey one more time. Jalen Robinson, this looks great. If you haven't seen Jalen Robinson, he looks like a demon. 97 speed. He's going to be a senior, so really this is like a mercenary hire. 99 spectacular catch. Deep route runner. Not the biggest guy, 5'10", 177, but he can burn them deep. And that could be a great supplement. Jabu Adeyemi should sign this week. Greg Booty, we can do his hard sell now. We don't have the best hard sell, but it's still a good one. Hometown hero. He's a gem. All these speedsters look pretty good. And, for the lumps we're taking on other portions of the recruiting, on the wide receiver side, it's still looking pretty good. It's still looking pretty good. So we're bringing in some help for our Booty. Great name. Thank you, Alexander. The tight end, we need to add one more. And again, we just can't really scout these guys because we need all the hours. I'm just gonna silence those notifications. I mean, a pure blocking tight end doesn't really excite me. Pure possession, maybe. This 6'6" vertical threat, that excites me a little bit more. Oh, these are high school prospects. Excuse me. Let's look at the transfer portal. Transfer portal is where we will find the ready to start players. Kenya Haslam could be 6'5", pure possession guy. Let's see. Does he have any current offers? He does not. Let's add him to the board. Some of these guys we're gonna have to wait till we get some hours freed up to actually put some hours in. We have some more. We lost out 2 more offensive tackles. We need to again fill the board up once more. We're taking Maven off the board because we're not beating out Wisconsin with a tier 4 pipeline. So we need to add 3 offensive tackles. See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. We're just getting beat off the rip. I think we have a better recruiting prowess than we actually do. And it might have caused us to be a little too ambitious. Not to say we can't get good players, but we gotta be realistic. Nate Crafts, I mean, if he's at all interested, come on down. Kevin Charlton, I'm in the prospect list again. Gotta stop doing that. Transfer portal, please. I mean, we will go there if towards the end of the transfer portal we're not seeing guys that we like. Tyler Maven, we've already just seen as kind of a lost cause. Not super interested in these 3 stars or in these 2 stars, so we're gonna just sort by rank. Thomas Falk as a pass protector. Gave up a lot of sacks last year, but we're willing to overlook that simply because he does not have an offer. And Demario Yusuf will be the final guy we add to the list. So let's go ahead and give some offers to these guys, if it will let me. All right, we'll go back in. Was not letting me move the stick up and down there. So tackles, let's just go through, offer all these guys scholarships. I'm a little worried. I don't care that they're all right tackles. We can always change positions. Craig Mayer, he is out. Some of these schools with tier 4 pipelines are cooking us. Trey Villain, there's no way we get him either. We're gonna take the hours off him once more. Chad Riggs, at least we'll get. Need to go in. Need to add 2 more guards. So it's like you take him off and you got to replace him. Guards. That's the Nebraska guy. We're not gonna get him. Another 3-star raw strength guy. He's got an offer. Connor Granger. No offers for him. Let's see. What other leftovers can we just scoop out of the portal? Alani Ankrum doesn't have any offers either. We'll add him to the board. I'm just hoping that some of these guys are good. Just to round out the class. Gardner. He's no interest in being here. Magna, we're going to throw 50 on. I believe we only have 1 center currently. Or maybe actually we have no centers. One of the two. 1 or no centers. So let's add another center to the class. We are actually in the transfer portal this time. Jeffrey Shaughnessy. I don't love that he's a junior. I'd prefer to get players that are just a little bit younger. Magna is who we just added to the board as a freshman. I mean, if we have a freshman, maybe it's not so bad to. We're not looking at those 2 stars. So Shaughnessy, I think he's one of the better ones that we could get. Oh no, there are some that are even better. Let's go 6'4" raw strength for Ricardo Irvin. I like that. This is a little. What is the word? What's the word I'm looking for? We are being meticulous, but it's a little mundane. We should get Donahue and McNamara in this next sim forward a week. Eli Goldberg is going to be tough to get, but I think we have a shot because we started off in first on him. And A&M, I mean, they gained, but it looks like we gained by more than them and actually passed them. Jamie Sierra we'll get, so we actually don't have to do anything on the edge. Defensive tackle, Kevin Gatto. If we put hours into him, it's possible. You know what? We're going to put hours into these defensive tackles. Maybe it's a mistake, but I believe. I don't think we're completely out on them. JJ Cush, he's not going to be coming. So we need to add another linebacker. Just kind of a slow grind. Hopefully this second pass round, maybe my first one just wasn't good enough. Again in the prospect list. Back to the portal we go. Look at some outside linebackers. Freshman transfer from Ohio State. I know he's got the offer, it looks like from Stanford. He's from Maryland. So I can't imagine Stanford has the greatest pipeline. We're going to try for him. Corey Soro. And we're going to put 50 hours on him. Alexander, can you see how many? Do we have the full complement of 35 scholarships offered right now? Need to add a new corner as well. Jamar Priest should sign. If we have the full complement of... It's 35. Okay, yeah, I just took one off, but we're going to replace it. And you really need to move... Actually, let's see if I can just do that right now. Live streaming... More options, adjust overlay. Let's move this. Can we move this down here? Okay, hopefully this doesn't. Actually, let's put it in the top left. No. Okay, that should be better. Should be better. Now I can see that it's in the bottom corner. Shouldn't block anything on the screen. Okay, no offers for Clay Haynesworth. The prospect is... I swear I keep going to the portal. Am I messing something up? I swear I keep going to the portal. Let's see. Was this not the guy we were just looking at? Junior transfer. No offers. We'll add him. I wish you could add a little bit. I wish you could add more guys to your board than you can offer scholarships, because it would make this part a little easier. Need to get a new free safety. This strong safety, I don't think we're gonna get him. We're gonna add 2 new targets, a free safety and a strong safety. Then we finally should be good. I'm hoping we just continue to sign some more guys. We don't completely fall out on others. That time I noticed myself doing it. I'm not used to the transfer portal, because we're not usually going there to find any guys. Manny Masafilo from Wisconsin. Javier Folk. Landon Volk. I'm always a sucker for the younger player. If only because it means we have the chance to keep them for longer. Not that it necessarily will happen. Oh man. I just want to find some guys with no offers. It's not... I mean, the safeties do not look great. We'll offer on these 2. I don't care if we get Johnny Fleming. He's going to come in at like a 60-something. And might be borderline unusable. Our safeties has been pretty bad, though. Some sort of bug if you go back and forth a little too fast. We're really just trying to get a functioning team to surround Troy Barnes, because if we can't field the bodies that we need, it's not going to go well. It simply is not going to go well. And now we have to decide where we want to put our remaining hours on this team. We really need all the running back help we can get, so we're going to put it on this freshman running back. Hopefully we can get into the top 5 here. We've already got a lot of hours on the wide receivers. So we'll put some more on Trey Nicky. Really beefing up the offensive side of the ball. Maybe some on Folk. We're going to see where it goes from here into week 3 of recruiting. We're going to get locked out on some other guys, undoubtedly. But we're also going to sign some recruits. Jamar Priest, cornerback out of Gadsden, Alabama. He's coming to UAB. Eric Donahue, also coming to UAB. Morgan McNamara, edge rusher out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's coming to UAB. We're getting a lot of signings here. Jabu Adeyemi out of Tampa, Florida. He's coming to UAB. So great to see great to see 4 signings there. And then when it's in the off season, I don't need to see the school update. It's not changing. Only got locked out of 1 recruit this go round, and we're gonna have a bunch of hours to spend after these guys just signed. So that is good to know, good to see. So we're sorting by national rank. Jalen Robinson, I mean, I'm always terrified that Ohio State's just going to make a last-second run. But Alexander, did you see Jalen Robinson? I don't know when you hopped in the stream. But he looks like an absolute demon. If we scouted him 100%, 97 speed, I mean, 93 accelerated, 91 catching, 92 catching target, 99 spectacular catch. Again, that's the thing about recruiting, though, like the juniors, that it's going to be kind of one-hit wonder. You get them for 1 season. It's not as fun as the guys that stay with you for 3-4 years, but as a little mercenary hire, I can't say I'm not with it. Okay, we need to hard sell Jalen Kirksey, and we need to do it now. Luckily, well, actually, we only know 2 of the 3. But if we want him, we know pro potential and playing style. And it's not the gamer. So it's going to be clocked in, and we have pretty good grades for that. JJ Kirksey, please. Let's try and beat out Auburn somehow here. Maybe they pull the hours off. Tyrell Dukes. Oh, man. I don't feel good about this. But it's now or never. We'll reassess in week 4. Championship contender, coach prestige. I mean, it's one of two. We're going to pick the one that we have a better hard sell on, because if it's the other one, we have no shot anyway. Eli Goldberg, we actually look to be making some very good progress. Playing style and pro potential, we have an A+ and an A- grade, so we might get this very highly regarded edge rusher. Pure power kind of guy. We don't know much about his, you know, ratings or anything like that. We just simply have not had the ability to scout him. I think it's the same deal here. We know it's, I think we're pretty sure it's gamer. Competing with A&M, but we are pulling away. Viljami Ramey, I thought he was awesome. And I really want to bring him back. I know he's not the best player. His deal breaker is coach prestige. So he could be that. Could be that too. I'm looking for one that has coach. We're going to have to guess this again too. But honestly, it's likely one of these two, and we have horrible grades for that, so we're just going to keep sending the house and hope for the best. It looks like we gained on Fresno State just doing that last week, so Falk, we went up to number 1. We're going to go all the way to 50 on him. Again, we have more hours to spend. 50 on Falk. Soro, I think we might be able to get him. Trey Nicky, looking good on. Spencer Potts, I wish we could hard sell him because I feel like we might end up losing him to Rice. Need to add new offensive linemen. Kevin Gaddu, that's not happening either. Need to add new defensive tackle. Magna's looking good. Garrett Clinton. Pro potential playing style. Pro potential playing style. If we hard sell him now, we have a shot. Pro potential. Pro potential and playing style. Oh, it's one of those two. Our grades for... We're going to go with this one. If we're wrong, we're wrong. Jamie Sierra, we didn't put any hours on. Playing style, pro potential. We'll try it. It's so tough to try and bring in so many guys in the portal, because it just feels like I mean, we got some great talent coming in, but we did not supplement it very well in the portal. Or we did not supplement it very well by bringing in like a full class. Let's just look at this one more time. Benjamin Ware, we might need him more than ever, because I don't know if we're going to get Tyrell Dukes. We're going to keep trying. We'll see if we get the hard sell right. If not, we're going to take him off next time and just try and get a body in. Ezekiel Abukum. This is also looking like it could be another... We'll have to see where we are next week. And if not, we're just going to pick up a bunch of bodies. But this is looking like the same situation from last season where we get close on a bunch of running backs. We don't get any of them, so our running back room is paper thin. Jalen Robinson and Greg Booty. I mean, we'll keep the hours on one more week. But after that, we should be good. Let's get into let's do this. Let's put 50 on Kenya Haslam. Just get into, the top position. It doesn't look like there's a lot of interest in a lot of the guys we are going after. Ricardo Irvin. We'll put 50 on him. We need some centers. Eli Goldberg, I think we already went over him. If I remember correctly, yeah, we switched his hard sell. And Sierra, we also guessed hard sell. I think we wanted to add a defensive tackle, potentially. Pretty sure we took one off. Clay Haynesworth, we're going to put 50 on. Volk. I mean, if we want any of these... Oh, and that is... I need to figure out a way to ban more of these spam bots from entering our happy little stream. If we want one of these guys, we kind of have to go after him now. I'm not putting 50 hours on a 2-star safety. I'd rather just roster literally anybody else. You know, we're gonna go. We'll look at the needs again one more time in the final week. We're gonna advance ahead, see what happens, so we can just have a good understanding of our needs. Okay, so nobody else signed. I'm seeing a lot of firsts, which is good. Playing time for Ojulari, not great. But this is the final kind of portion. Okay, Jalen Robinson. I don't care if Ohio State. We don't need the hours on him, which could be important. He's gonna sign with us. There's nothing Ohio State can do to pass us here, or they don't have good pipeline tiers or anything. We are gonna get Jalen Robinson. He is going to be a Blazer. JJ Kirksey looks like we might steal him away from Auburn. Obviously, we got to keep the hours on there. Tyrell Dukes, it's actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. I'm torn on whether we just take him off the board or we send it. It's really a toss-up to me. Eli Goldberg, guessed the hard sell correctly. We're going to beat A&M for him. Viljami Ramey, actually, we might need to take him off the board because, yeah, it's the proximity to home one. We just don't have... I would love to have Viljami Ramey back. He was so awesome, but he's going to have to be removed. Clay Haynesworth, we're looking good on him. I'm going to keep the 50 on. Thomas Falk. It's looking good. It's looking good there. We're going to put 50 on Jamal Pepper. I don't see us in the top 10. Ricardo Irvin is looking good. Corey Soro, we've jumped into the lead for. We know he likes playing time. We might just play it safe, send the house. Benjamin Ware, good backup option at quarterback. Ezekiel Abukum, we will send the house on. Trey Nicky, also looking good. Spencer Potts, we might be able to overtake with a good hard sell here. We know playing style and we know coach stability. Let's see if we can hard sell. Playing style, coach stability, proximity to home. Playing style, coach stability, playing time. We're going to bet it's the clutch and hope we bet right. We have no hours left. But like Magna we'll be fine on. So we can put those hours onto Ankrum. It's been better. You know, after that first week I was like, oh, are we not going to get any of the guys that we're going after? But it actually does look a little bit better. So Haslam I feel good about. Riggs, we're likely going to lose. Volk, I'm just not even going to go after these safeties. Huge waste of time. I still think we can get Chad Riggs here. We put 50 on him. Garrett Clinton. Can we get him at defensive tackle? We picked the wrong... Wow, that was how much we gained with the wrong hard sell? That's crazy to me. If we pick the right hard sell, I think we should get him. So it was not... Oh, maybe it was the gamer all along. Garrett Clinton. Jamie Sierra, there is no way we're getting him. Fleming, I just refuse to put hours into a 2-star at this point in the rebuild. Greg Booty, same thing. We're going to obviously keep him on the board, but we can free up his hours here. Granger, I just would like to feel a little bit better about him. So we've gotten it down to 29. I have to kind of really figure out where we need... I don't know, Alexander, what do you think? Do we keep Dukes on the board? I think it's so unlikely that we get him. And I kind of want to add just a different quarterback just in case. Just in case. I don't know, what do you think? Drop Dukes. Yeah. Alright. Let's free up the hours. Just bodies here. Just bodies. Transfer portal, any states. Let's sort by the quarterbacks with no offers. Fortunato. George, have you ever thought about becoming a UAB Blazer? Because that might be your future. So, Fortunato, we put on here. Running backs. I think we'll get Kirksey. I'm so uncertain on Ibukum. Spencer Potts. Oh, God. I feel like I want to add 2 running backs here. I'm scarred from last season. I'm scarred from what we saw last season. Any state. Give me all the running backs with no offers. Please, no 2-stars. I don't want your 2-star running backs. Titus Bergeron. A little East-West playmaker. We'll add Titus to the board. Actually, I wasn't even checking. These are... Man, it's the prospect list again. I keep doing this. Oh my god, I gotta just go take him off the board. Alright, now in the transfer portal. Alexander, if you see that, just yell at me in the chat. Yell at me in the chat. It's like, what class are these guys? Jabari Oluokin. Joel Lieber. Jabari is a freshman, so we'll try East-West playmaker. Amani Barty. How did these guys do last season? A lot of them were playing. Contact Seeker. I don't know how much I like some of these guys. Kenya Swain. Again, we don't know anything about any of these guys. North-South receiver. Now, I'll take a little receiving back out of the backfield. Okay, so let's offer these guys. I added one more just because I'm terrified. One more than we had. We're gonna get these 2. That's why they don't have the hours on them. We should get these 2. I'm keeping the hours on just in case there's any kind of last minute hooliganism. Chad Riggs, I think we decide if we put 50 on, we might have a shot at getting him. Maybe we add one more tackle. Because if we go, I just want to look at the tackles quick. Yeah, we got 2 tackles. I mean, we're signing a bunch of right guards. We're going to move a bunch of them over to left guard. Oh, does it have our updated... Yes, it does have the updated classes in there. Okay, so it makes sense. Yeah, we need more... Actually, we could be good at tackle if we get everybody. But we're going to bring in one more tackle in the transfer portal. This does take a just... I like the transfer portal, but there comes a point where I wish there'd be like, you know, some sort of filter. Find me all the guys left that don't have offers, that would be interested in just being a body to fill out the back half of this roster. Brian Rosas, you are going to be a Blazer. All right tackles. Some of them will become left tackles. Okay. God, I think we need to add some defensive tackles. Let's look at that group really quick. So we've got the edge rushers. Those seniors are like actually true seniors. They didn't already graduate and we need to fill them. I'd like to add one more defensive tackle to this group. And we'll probably move one of these weak side linebackers over to strong side linebackers. So we'll add one more defensive tackle. I mean, we'll see if there's any safeties left. If not in the portal, we'll add one D tackle and then one of each type of safety. And we'll call it a day. We're in the prospect list yet again. It's because it's when we're recruiting in season, it's just kind of like muscle memory, so it takes a lot to train that away. Offers, no. No offers, not 2 stars. Please, God, not 2 stars. Oh, I don't know if that exists. Yeah, minimum star rating 3. We can at least do that. Minimum star rating 3. Are there any defensive tackles that have no offers? None that haven't locked us out. I think it might just be, you know, we're going to just be playing thin at defensive tackle, potentially. Free safety. Anybody without an offer? Okay. We can offer Jason Martin. Honestly, we'll just offer 2 free safeties, and then we'll get a defensive tackle from the this is intentionally me going to the prospect list. I thought this was just the freshman. I'm confused. Any state. Romeo Hawker. I think I like a power rusher makeup a little bit more. Okay, let's just offer these scholarships. Distribute our measly remaining hours left. We're just gonna do it by... We're gonna do it by... national rank. Whoever's the highest rated. Alright, Jason Martin. You get the house call treatment. A lot of these guys already have it. Robinson also, number 3 rated receiver in this transfer class. So, no schmuck. We're not doing Unfortunato. On Rosas, maybe. Let's add the 15 hours. Let's let the chips fall where they may. Okay, so before this last week advance, if we look at the ACC, we have the number 29th ranked class. We have 9 total players. Let's see how many of these remaining guys we do sign. We're not going to sign all 35. You never do. Not when you leave this many unsigned recruits. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Eli Goldberg, edge rusher out of Midland, Texas. 4-star, he commits. Greg Booty, out of Louisville, he commits. Connor Granger, right guard, he commits. Jalen Robinson, 4-star wide receiver. Oh, he is going to be fun. He commits. Trey Nicky, he commits. Tight end, Byron Megna. Center, he commits. Corel Sorrell, weak side linebacker. Benjamin Ware, backup QB. Kenya Haslam, tight end. Thomas Falk. Ricardo Irvin, We're signing a lot of guys. Clay Haynesworth, a lot. This is a very good sign. Ezekiel Ibukum, I believe that's the first running back we've seen. I hope we get more. Jamal Pepper, he signs. Alani Ankrum. Oh God. Did we actually only sign one running back? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh man, oh boy. I think the running back situation is even more. We're probably gonna have to convert a wide receiver to a running back or something. We lost out on Kirksey. No shot. What happened to the rest of our guys? I'm kind of confused. Uh-oh, indeed. Excuse me? What happened here? So, let me get this straight. If you're not in the top, maybe, look, maybe they'll appear on our roster. But I always thought if you had the scholarship offer in place and no other team offered them, regardless of what happened, they'd come to your team. Is that a mistake? Maybe I should have put hours on them on the last week. I just thought if they don't get an offer, they'll come here, but they clearly didn't sign anywhere. So, anyway, unfortunate. But Greg Fortunato, he decides to go to UConn. He had normal dev anyway. We don't care. What is Ware's dev trade? He's normal. He's never going to play. Troy Barnes will be taking the helm, but he's good insurance just in case. Kirksey was star dev too. Hurts that we lose him to Auburn. I thought we had... And Spencer Potts was an elite dev running back. Oh my god. Ibukum is impact. Okay. Especially because Potts would have been a sophomore. That is a brutal loss. And then maybe we get some of these guys. We'll check the roster next week. Tremel Hills, star dev, we already knew that. Jabu Adiemi, impact. Greg Booty, impact. Jalen Robinson, elite. We're only going to have him for a season, but he might be an absolute beast. Whoo boy. Whoo boy. I mean, as bad as the running back room is looking, the wide receiver room is looking cracked. Elite dev on Trey Nicky. Oh my goodness, the team is turning around. That's elite dev on our starting quarterback, one of our starting wide receivers, and our starting tight end, or maybe he will be the starting tight end now that we've seen that. Same thing happened on Rosas. I guess maybe if you don't get them in the top 10, you don't get them. That's kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me. Jamal Pepper, normal dev. Falk, impact dev. Okay. Riggs was impact. Granger and Ankrum are Granger's normal. Ankrum's impact. Magna's impact. Ricardo Irvin is elite dev. Wow, I think we're up to 4 elite prospects in this class. Take back what I said about recruiting. Juan Roberts, the true freshman, is star dev. Donahue is impact. McNamara is impact. Eli Goldberg, only normal dev. We lose out on some defensive tackles. We're going to be thin at that position this year. Our 4-star Charles Johnson, we already knew was normal dev. Unfortunate. Matt Kao is impact. Corey Soro is elite dev too. Chat, how many elite dev players have we gotten this cycle? Because it's kind of crazy, especially because we have not scouted a lot of these guys, and it's almost pure luck. Actually, I might say completely pure luck. 2 normal dev safeties. Don't really care that we lost them. We're going to have no safety depth. But I don't know how many elite devs that was. Maybe 3. Or sorry, I had to at least have been 4 or 5. If we look at the top classes, go to the ACC, our class does finish a respectable 16th in the country. 4th in the ACC. Pitt is just on a roll. They stole Hirschberger from us, the edge that we were after for a while. And they just look awesome. Miami also stole that center, Kafka, from us. We have enemies all throughout the conference. I believe Clemson took Silas Folk. The running back who was injured all of last season for us. We paid for his rehab. We paid for his recovery. He decides to go to a conference rival. Unacceptable, if you ask me. We tied for the most 5 stars in the class with Pitt, so that's exciting. We're lacking on the 4-star department, but we're signing 3 stars. We're not stooping to 2 stars, as some of the other teams in this conference are. But we're positioned to have just an insane class. So now, let's see. Can we do this? I've been waiting. Well, it doesn't let me do it here. So let's go into position changes. See if we can edit the player cards from here. So, I can only edit the positions here. So I'll edit the names next week. I want to change Dean Bolin to his true name. We'll see. I still think he has to start, because if we don't start him, 5-star true freshman, he's gonna leave, and we can't have that. So running back, we literally have 3 running backs on the entire roster. So we're gonna have to go into our receiver room is pretty deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna take one of these faster wide receivers. Oh, I don't know if I want to do our true freshman. Slayton's slow though. Marlon Creech, can he be a running back? He could be, if the game would allow it, but apparently that is not allowed because we don't have enough wide receivers, insanely enough. So the game says he has to start. He has to start. That's a little absurd to me, that we need 8 wide receivers, and it won't. Creech, I would love him to just be the 4th running back, the break glass in case of emergency, because I don't want to start him at wide receiver. I feel like, and he's not going to get much playing time at wide receiver. We have our 5-star true freshman. We have Jalen Robinson, who's coming in at an 88, and this is before training upgrades. He's going to be a freak. Trey Nicky will also be the starter. I mean, let's see if we can move some of these. I think we're going to move guys from the right side to the left side. Move Stacy to left guard. We'll move Stacy to left guard, because you can the bug where you get skill caps for moving guys around is gone, and we'll move one more over. Just get a little bit more balanced. Connor Granger, not very good. Max Denson, perhaps. We just want to. This doesn't really matter. It's not. Maybe just aesthetically. I want it to be balanced, as all things should be. Let's see. Yeah, we could use one of these guys to start at left tackle. So if we move Andre over to left tackle, he's going to get all the playing time he could ever desire. Let's see. Does that yeah, see, that immediately resolved his playing time issue as well, because he was like, "Oh, I'm actually the top-ranked left guard on the roster." But that's pretty balanced. Duzabel being the top edge rusher we have on the left side scares me a little bit. We do have some depth there. Eli Goldberg comes at an 83, so he'll be all right. We have 3 defensive tackles because we lost out on a ton of those guys. I mean, maybe Carlos Shields at 280 pounds. Maybe he could play at D tackle. He'd be light. He'd be the lightest, but I think we need a little bit of depth there. We're usually playing 4 down linemen, so we're gonna try. Let's see what would he be rated at D tackle? He'd take a bit of a hit, but we're gonna move him there. It's brutal when you miss out on recruits, and then you look at your roster. We have so few players at a lot of these positions. All right, we're gonna move one of these weak side linebackers over. Maybe J.J. Smith. We're gonna move him over. He will immediately start. So we're just trying to kind of balance the talent across the different positions now. We'll also move Cody Soro over there. So now we've balanced it out a little bit. Cornerback room looking pretty good. I hope Vildor improves a little bit this season, but we've got a good room. Again, I don't know how maybe it's because we go for the top guys, so we don't have much depth, but yeah, truly not that much depth. I'm not as concerned about it in the secondary. The biggest concern is the running back room, but what are you going to do? The game does not let us move over one of the wide receivers that we have in abundance. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, the best screen of the offseason. Look forward to it every time. We get 11,000 XP. Is that only enough for one level up? Oh, our plans may be foiled. They may be foiled. Interesting. We've got 19 points. Here's the thing. I was hoping we might get 2 level ups so that we could get freshman and sophomore quarterbacks progress faster. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to wait to spend them until we get that, because the draft is obviously not happening anytime soon, so it doesn't really matter. Just freshmen this year? What do you mean, Alexander? What do you mean by just freshmen? Just because QB is a freshman. Yeah, I mean, and because I think it'll help us keep getting that pipeline churning. So, Bernie Shipman, who will be a highly rated backup quarterback. I mean, ooh, he's got 98 throw power. We can't turn our back on Troy Barnes though. We just can't do it. Benjamin Ware gets a modest little upgrade. Doug Grubbs up to an 88. He's got 94 speed. Ibukum, one of our only new running back, he is up to an 82 overall. And Grubbs has 98 speed too. He could be, if he can stay healthy, he could be good. He could be exceptional, honestly. Jalen Robinson up to a 94. Oh my god. Oh my god. He looks insane. 99 speed, 95 acceleration. He doesn't have the best. He doesn't have very many abilities at all. Again, we have auto recruiting on for those of you new to the stream. We have auto recruiting on because I feel like it is a little bit more realistic. He's got 99 speed, 99 spectacular catch. His route running also went insane. He's gonna be the one season that we have him. His spin moves 90, his juke moves 90. The one season we have him, we have to make the most of it because he is a freak. He's a freak. Jalen Robinson, my word. My word. It's kind of crazy that he never... I guess he could get points over the season and maybe... Oh, I was going to say... Maybe he can upgrade some of this stuff. I don't... He doesn't need to upgrade stuff. Jalen Robinson. I thought he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be this good. Whew. Well, talk about a quarterback's best friend. Trey Nicky up to an 80. And Kenya Haslam. I like what we've been doing with our tight ends. Getting some speedy guys in. I think that helps. I think that leads to a lot of mismatches against the linebackers. Haslam's a little bit bigger, but Trey Nicky is a little bit faster. So you kind of, you give and Trey is he's a better route runner. So interesting. None of them are great run blockers, but that's okay. That is okay. They have their skills. Tackle, Devin Manning gains 8 overall. Maybe because he just boosted his speed. He actually improved his pass blocking a lot. Run blocking not there as much, but he is a pass protector. Up to an 81 overall. That's not nothing. Garrison Provo, we're seeing some big boosts, especially on the freshmen. I know that's as intended. I know the developers have said that often happens. Ricardo Irvin up +6. Offensive line is looking, it's looking better than I was kind of expecting it to. Right tackles, it could be better. Nicholas Duzabel gains 3 overall. Eli Goldberg, transfer we got off the edge. I don't know how I'm feeling about. I'm feeling great about the offense. The defense, I'm not entirely sure. Zeke Karoma up 3 overalls. Defensive line is going to be a little weak. J.J. Smith up to an 88. He's still only a junior, too. He gets house call and bouncer as well. Very interesting. He's got also our linebackers getting quite speedy as well, too. Robert Goodwell up to an 85. And Robbie Cobb, oh my. He is going to be our user whenever we're on the field because 93 speed at linebacker is insane. Insane. He will be able to cover all the speedy tight ends of the world. Sean Payne up to an 88. Clay Hainsworth, who we just got in the portal, is up. Anthony Vildor, actually not up very much. And he didn't play very much last year, and he still is, he's only a sophomore. Sorry, he didn't get the redshirt year. So that's a little unfortunate. He was our first 5-star. He hasn't played much, and he hasn't really shown that he should. Platinum house call for Sean Payne, too. DeMarcus Brooks up to an 84. When we advance the week, it's gonna be crazy. And then we'll finally get to rename Troy Barnes. Maybe we'll get some XP for advancing the week. One can only hope. Suppose nothing happens, so maybe you don't. Okay, encourage transfers. Yeah, our roster size, we've never been able to really take advantage of that because our roster is never quite big enough. We still don't have the depth chart thing. Custom conferences, we haven't won the ACC, so there'd be no reason to leave it. We only left the American after we won it. Brand exposure is at a C. We're ranked to start the season. Number 24. Defense is an 89. Offense is an 86. Our overall is an 87. Oh man. For some reason, I kind of forgot that wow, okay, finally. Finally, we go in and edit him. I'm sick of seeing Dean Bullen on my screen when we know his true identity. Troy. Change his hair also. I don't know if I actually can change. We'll see. I don't know what I can actually change about the appearances. They're a little stingy about that. Yeah, all I can change is the physique. They don't let you edit the faces. So, unfortunately, we can change his gear. If that's something you're into. I've literally never even gone into this screen. I truly don't even know what I'm looking at. Maybe I just don't have the attention to detail. I mean, honestly, this helmet's pretty cool. I don't know if you have any preferences here. That looks horrible. They all kind of look the same to me. I don't really care about any of this stuff. Although I'm kind of a sucker for a visor. Maybe not the super dark one. What do you think about a visor, Alexander? It might look sick. I don't know. I can't decide if I like it or not. I can't decide if the visor is the play. Leave it off for now. We're not giving him a mouthpiece. Okay, this I can get behind. Let's get the eye black. Let's get the eye black on. There we go. Oh, that's the tape. Well, let's get the paint. Oh man, see, I don't know. A lot of this, I know he's our stud, but I just don't care. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Shoes though, let's get some clean shoes. Feel good, look good. Look good, no, look good, feel good, look good? No, look good, feel good. I like these. I like these ones. Can we not change the color? Come on, man, let's get it. Man, I wish we could change the color of the shoes. Styles. Oh, we gotta keep it with what it is, I think. We gotta keep it with what it is. Okay, Troy Barnes. He's taking over on the top of the depth chart. Here's where we're losing out. So, I mean, honestly, roughly like same speed. Same all of that as these two. Slightly better awareness. The throw power, obviously Bernie Shipman has great throw power. We don't lose out that much in the accuracy department. Obviously, throw on the run, throw under pressure. Those are things that Bernie's going to be a little bit better at. But, you know, Troy's also, he hasn't played a snap of college football. So we have to give him some time to develop. Did we happen to get those magical running backs? Suppose they disappeared into the ether. Sick. We'll see. Alexander, you think was that drippy enough for you? Unclear. Tramel Hills, he's gonna be our wide receiver 2 this season. I don't really know what we want to do for wide receiver 3. Maybe more sophomore tear. Can't be too flashy as a freshman. That's true. I mean, especially Jalen Robinson is going to be the one stealing the show. He really is. Tramel Hills will be good, though. I don't know. I kind of want to put, like, Creech up as our wide receiver 3 to just get a little more speed on the field. But I'm aware, because, I mean, we already have a good route runner here. I don't know. I don't need to think about this too deeply right now. Just kind of surveying what we've got at the different positions. We looked at this a little bit. but I wanted to see what it looked like with freshmen installed. Goldberg, Duzabel. Our defensive tackles are a rough-looking group. We will be missing Cornell Burden. Robbie Cobb, though, looks awesome. Our linebackers look pretty good. We might need to, send him in on blitz. As does, we've got some good corners. Anthony Vildor should play some. Jaquez Alba being our starting safety. DeMarcus Brooks doesn't scare me quite as much, but it's just not a loaded group. Oh man, I've only been streaming for an hour, so oh wow. Do we keep number 6 Texas on the schedule? If this is a real game, we'll keep it on the schedule. Aflac kickoff. What is this? The Aflac kickoff game 2020. No, 2030. College football neutral site games. We're looking this up. How can I check this? Okay, so looking at our schedule, just off first glance, I think we want to move one of these 2 games to week 10, and maybe we make it a rivalry game. Okay, future games for the 2030 season. Okay, so this is, to be clear, this is not a... I don't think this is a real kickoff game that has been scheduled. So we can move it. Maybe we take on Texas. I don't know if I want to do that in our first game. It is neutral site. We've already... Miami, I guess we dodge Clemson this year. We have to play again at Hard Rock Stadium, although I didn't find the stadium pulse to be too bad. I feel like playing Texas week 1. That seems like... If it was real life, and that was a real life game, I'd honor it, but that seems kind of crazy. But our schedule this year looks... We don't play Pitt, we don't play Clemson, we don't play SMU either. It looks like we play a lot of the conference's bums. Just being honest. Schedule Bama. Start easy for freshman QB. Schedule Bama. Too funny. We obviously are putting Memphis on this schedule. The question is when. I think we're going to actually give ourselves a little bit of an early bye. We're going to take Georgia State off the schedule. Let's see if Memphis is available here. There they are. We bring our rivals in every year for the beatdown. We will never forget what happened to Bo. I'll check. You can pretty much schedule anybody in week 1. For the most part. Illinois is not ranked. They're actually the same star prestige as we are. Schedule Auburn. Yeah, let's go from number 6 Texas to number 4 Auburn. EA, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Alabama's number 2. This is what I'm talking about. The Boise State love knows no bounds. Boise State ranked 26. That's not a ranking. It's the top 25. 26 is not a ranking. But they'll find any way to get Boise State some love. I'm sick of it. You know? Can't have it. I'm trying to think of who we should actually schedule. Now that we have our rival Memphis in the battle for the bones here. They were actually good last year, but we need to beat them down this year. I'm fine with playing on the road at Temple. let's see. Well, let me make sure that I actually do agree with that statement. They're not, I can't see what their actual rating is, but I trust that it's not too good. I think because here's the thing. If we have Syracuse, North Carolina, and Memphis as kind of recruiting weeks, maybe we even move... I'm trying to think of like... A week 4 might even be good. Bye week 1 would be kind of crazy. So maybe bye week 2, and then we play week 4 just straight through. I'm just trying to think of also for recruiting what would be best. So if we make this open, still thinking about what we want that week 1 game to be. But a week 4 game, I'm thinking a team that's like roughly our prestige level, which is 3 stars at this point, so that it could be a legitimate recruiting week. I mean, legitimately, Illinois is a school we could face. Their ratings are not amazing. Kentucky actually, their ratings are a little better than I would want them to be. Michigan State could be one. What do you think? What do you think, Ball Alexander? A&M feels like they're too low. We could bring in Northwestern. We can't even schedule them this week. They're too good for us. They said off with you. All these schools will play us, but not Northwestern. Hey, can you look up where did Tyson go to college? Can you look that up? Did Tyson go to college? I actually don't know. Maybe he didn't. But if Tyson did go to college, where did he go to college? And if you can't look it up, I will look it up. But if you would be able to, it would be helpful. Look at Northwestern for this first week. Honestly, he went to BYU. Did he actually go to BYU? That's so funny. Yeah, well, are they on the... According to AI Google, do we trust it? We could. I think that would be really funny. I really want to play both BYU and Northwestern. Why can't BYU play us this week? Why don't they want to play us this week? There's so many other teams that would happily play us, but now I'm kind of getting the itch for BYU. We'll play Northwestern. I guess no matter what, we are playing the Aflac kickoff game, so it doesn't matter that we change the team. So the Aflac kickoff game, UAB North. Honestly, if it's not going to be a home game anyway, I'm tricking myself into picking a hard team. What about Kansas? What about Kansas, Ball Alexander? Beat them into the ground. Their defense doesn't look very good. Nah. Only if you win. All we do is win here. All we do is win. We've had so many big wins this series. Wow, USC. We're going to check out their roster right after this. We'll keep it at Northwestern. Northwestern, they bought off the Aflac sponsorship. That's how they got the placement there. You know. Okay. And then, you know what? It's a Land of Lincoln special. We're bringing Illinois. Was that who I had said before? Oh, I wanted BYU, but they're not on the schedule. I feel like I had said somebody else before. I think no, maybe I said Illinois. We're playing teams from Illinois this year. It's just how it's going. This will probably Louisville. If we get off to a quick start on some recruits, these will be the first 2 weeks that we bring people in, and then we kind of try to finish the job here 7, 8, 10. You know, that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Virginia Tech's kind of the last resort. How many home games do we have? This one doesn't count because it's a neutral site. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got 6 home games. That took longer than it maybe should have. Oh man, I hate that I have gone through this whole stream. We have not played a game. It's very much not like the way we do things here. But I don't know. I feel like we need to. This is the issue that I have: is you need to set up the recruiting board really well at the start to make sure that you're able to, land good recruits and all that kind of thing. And I feel like I'm just a little too tired to set up this entire board. I want to debut Troy Barnes. We just can't. We can't just like auto set this up. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what to do. I'm just kind of trying to peruse this a little bit. Braden Opeta. I don't know if we pull in a QB this year or put our resources towards it. Feel that? The thing is, I want to be high energy. I want to get into a game, but I feel like we need to set up recruiting. And honestly, should have just gone through the transfer portal last night, so we had maybe started with recruiting today, or could have done it pre-stream. But the thought of doing all that and then playing games after that, I might just cut it a little early today and then just hop back on maybe in the morning. No, not maybe in the morning, likely in the morning. Get some coffee, well rested. I don't want to be tired playing the first games with Troy and then I throw a pick and it's not his fault, you know? Oh, what we didn't even do. We didn't even look at his skill caps. Please tell me they're... Oh my god. Oh, Troy Barnes is going to be so good. He's got 1 skill cap on his accuracy, which again, that could go away with some of our coach abilities depending on what we do. And he's got 2 skill caps on his speed. That is it. Otherwise, his potential is absolutely limitless. Oh my. We got to look at our 5-star wide receiver too. Tramel Hills. Let's peep. He does have a couple caps on his quickness, but none on his hands, none on his route running. Only a couple on the elusiveness. These guys are gonna be dogs. They're gonna be dogs. Oh my. Oh my. I don't know, Alexander. What do you think? What do you think we should do? We don't have a ton of... Did we bring in a recruiter? I can't remember. We did. Carlos Ayu. Jesus. Look at this. We're going to be able to actually scout this year. Because we've got now like the double... We'll look at it on one guy. But yeah, Carlos IU, he's a beautiful recruiter. Let's look at it. Let's find a running back we like and see how long it takes to scout him. Only one 5-star. He has no interest in coming to us because we don't have the requisite brand exposure. Woodinville, Washington, north-south receiver. He has us in 9th to start off. I'm curious. And Devin Cobbs, he likes us too. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see how long it takes to scout him. 1, 2, 3 clicks. Okay. A couple teams have really good pipelines on him, so it depends on if they want him. I don't know, and I'm not sure how excited I am about him. 89 speed for Devin Cobbs with 92 excel. Interesting, interesting. But yeah, I think I need to call it a little early. Go to sleep, wake up. Alexander, I'm curious, before we sign off, how many channel points do you have? I'm curious how it accumulates over, because you redeemed for the rename of Troy Barnes, but I'm curious how many you have now after another stream. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Alexander, if you, I don't know if you're still there, but if not, I'm gonna hop off. Short little stream today. It really ended. It's titled "Troy Barnes takes the reins for coach." We barely moved the needle here, so you know that's unfortunate. But we'll be back on it tomorrow, and we will raid. We will raid again. And join Baffle. He's good people.